Because of my satisfaction with the overall outcome of my last experience, I decided to continue with the mushroom tea ceremony. It was same flavor as last time, with a 4 gram dose. While making the tea, I was listening to some calming, chill step type music, and I continued to listen to this music during the come up where I sat on my back porch and looked out into my trees. I feel like the come up really works up my nerves and I get really chatty before I start the trip, and then I literally can't talk during the trip because my mind is moving way faster than my mouth can say the words. So usually I only end up saying one word responses, if anything. After my visual acuity kicked in, I decided to take my mind off things. I wanted to come in and watch. We were watching the show Shameless at the time, but under the influence of mushrooms, TV like that seems super fake and almost impossible to follow. So I ended up just having to turn off the TV and go lay down in bed. And as I'm laying there, I see these very beautiful mandala designs kick in. And after a while of that, of just vibing, I find myself turned around. And then this man approaches me with a briefcase and he asks if I want to open it. And I couldn't read the energy of this man, so I couldn't tell his intentions. But I got the vibe that if I were to open this briefcase, then I would gain the knowledge and information and sort of like secrets of the universe. And then I felt as though whatever was in the briefcase was so immense that upon opening it, there was a chance that I may no longer exist, as the price of this knowledge might require my physical life. Needless to say, the fear of that unknown with such a high risk led me away from the choice to open it. I think what happened next is what is called ego death. After the man disappeared, I first experienced this black void. Behind my eyelids was complete darkness, a place that I was not able to take any piece of me. I felt like I had become this black void. I didn't feel my body. I didn't feel time. I thought as though I had died and that there was no escape. Because I couldn't feel time, I had no idea how long this feeling lasted, but eventually I was able to open my eyes to change the scene. And when I closed my eyes this time, I was taken to almost the exact same place, except for instead of it being a black void, it was a white void. And there was nothing but the brightest white covering my entire field of view. And instead of feeling nothing this time in the white void, I got the sense of feeling very alone. I would say that this white void lasted just as long as the black void, and when I opened my eyes, I started to go through every emotion that you can feel, except for with this, every emotion was dialed to the max, and the rate at which I was feeling these emotions was so intense and so quickly. And this whole time, I'm not thinking of things through the perspective of myself. I'm really just experiencing pure emotion. Then I began to think about the world from a blank perspective, and I was shown how beautiful everything on this earth really is, and it brought tears of joy into my eyes. I realized that everything is just perfect the way it is, at least the aspects that I was shown. Then I would say my ego started to creep back in because I began to realize that just like everything on earth is perfect, that my life is perfect. And because of what I just experienced, I was no longer worried that I might die and that if I died right now, it would be fine. And it was such a relief because I had been getting scared a lot about death and overanalyzing it in the past months leading up to this. And then I began to think about my relationship with my dad and how I completely understand his actions in my life. And I was able to view our relationship from a new perspective of love. And I believe I was able to finally make peace with it. The last thing I remember from this trip was I think me and my wife were trying to figure out what we wanted to eat. And I just remember sitting in the hallway and asking her to hit me in the face as hard as she could. I don't know why. I guess I just wanted to feel that feeling, and I'm glad she didn't. I'm glad she had sense about her, because that probably would not have made me feel good at all.